All right, so let's talk about these DJI mic minis. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Big Ball Vlogs, Big Ball Shooting, Big Ball Entertainment, Big Ball Holding Company. If you're into the Pew Pew, go over and check out my website. 10% off, discount code, grand opening. But yeah, today we're here to talk about the DJI mic minis. And before I get too deep into this, I want to kind of say that this video is probably not a review. There's probably a lot of people out there who's probably going to give you like this awesome review of every little detail. I want to kind of do this as a comparison video, a little bit of a review, but more of a comparison video, because I think a lot of you, like me, are considering buying a new set of microphones and you want to know whether or not, like I did, the DJI microphones are the best bang for your buck. Now, I'll preface this by saying you spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. If you want to spend $1,000 on a set of microphones, that's up to you. But if you're like me, that's always looking for a good deal, you want the kind of the best bang for your buck, I want to try to walk you through this and maybe give you enough information for you to make an informed purchase. So, first off, for the beginning of this video, I am going to be using right now the Trendsetter, the Trendsetter, the originator, the game changer, the Hollyland Lark M2. I bought these, I don't know, maybe a half a year ago. I call them the game changer because they were the microphone company that came out with what we now deem or now call the mini microphone. The 1-inch microphone with the high quality sound without all of the bulk and weight of a DJI size microphone. Now, just to give you, for comparison, and as I guess you would call it, maybe an honorable mention, I brought you a little while ago this microphone set right here, which was the Full Aim X5, which was comparable to the original DJI microphones. You get the transmitter that has a lot of functionality on it. You can control the volumes and everything from that. You can control a lot of different stuff from the receiver, actually. And then the transmitter themselves, they have the ability to have a recording directly to the microphone, or you can connect it to your camera or your phone. You also are able to have the live audio monitoring. So a lot of what you got from the DJI microphones, this was a comparable set, and I brought to you. And this set ran at, I believe it's about $100 now. So $100 versus the $300 of the DJI microphones, which are probably up to version 2, version 3. I never bought a set. Fast forward, I came across the Lark M2s and I absolutely fell in love with the Lark M2s. Like I said, they were game-changing microphones. They were small. They come in this nice little compact case. I've had other microphones and I've got, I've done a lot. Like, for instance, the Lark M2 set cost me about $120 at the time when I bought it. And then I came across this, which is called the private microphone set. Damn near an identical set, sound quality and all. This was about $25. $125, $25, right? So that's what you're getting. You're kind of getting the idea of whether or not you want to go and spend $25 and get the same quality without all the bells and whistles, or you want to spend $100, because there are some things that you're going to get when you spend a little bit more money. Let's just be honest about it, right? That whole buy once, cry once, you get what you pay for. Not always the case, because I have 3 sets right here that are all going to give you a decent bang for your buck. Now, fast forward. We have now the DJI microphones, the mic minis. And if, like I said in my short, somebody must have been listening, because DJI called on and said, hey, we need to make these a little bit smaller because people are going to start buying our microphones for the Lark M2s. Everybody's using the Lark M2s or something similar. And they're walking away from all of those little microphones that look like little, I don't know what you call them, those little, like oblong shaped microphones. All the other random microphones I've done videos on, they're walking away from them for the mini microphone setup. DJI caught on, and true to DJI style, they want to give you a product that is going to impress you, and I will say it has impressed me. Now, at a little bit more cost, we're looking at maybe about 100, 110, depending on the set that you get with this, because these come in different sets. This is the USB-C for about $100. Then you have one which has an obsolete lightning cable on it, which is probably also about $100. And then you have one that has a lightning cable, a USB-C adapter, and a camera adapter. So you have 3 different adapters all in the same box, which is about $120. And like I said, you got $25 here, which has a lightning cable and a USB-C. This one came with USB-C. I think lightning cable, you need to use an adapter. And it also has the cable for connecting directly to your camera. And this one was $169. About half the price of a set of DJI microphones, which is impressive in a way, because at the end of the day, I didn't want to spend that $300. And you get, like, I want to go through this, but you get a lot. You get a lot. And it's impressed me to the point where I'm like, I sent back microphones like the Godox. The Godox was a great honorable mention set that I did a couple reviews back. Similar to the Lark M2, similar sound quality, about $100. App, a lot of things that were going good about it, but I just didn't need another set. I got these, right? This has impressed me, and I've decided I want to keep this, but I want to walk you through so you can make your own decision. So let's start talking about it. But before I do that, I want to, just for the remainder of this video, I want to switch over to this. No, let's not do that. I gotta show you the microphones before I do that. So before I switch over, if you haven't seen it already, this is the DJI Mic Mini set. What you're going to get in this box is you're going to get 2 transmitters, which are very impressive. These, I mean, when I say impressive, there's just something about DJI where they make things feel like quality, right? So this little pill right here feels a lot heavier. And I don't know if and actually, I don't think it's because of the magnet, but there is a very, very nice earth magnet on the back, very strong earth magnet on the back, metal clip, and the pill itself has some weight to it that makes it feel quality. Dropping it, I mean, it feels like it's going to, hit the ground and, be able to bounce off of it. It feels like quality. So I will tell you that this is an impressive little device right here. This is an impressive piece of hardware. Fit, finish, the way that it's put together, all looks great. I mean, it's very impressive. And of course, if you are a brand logo person, I know I'm wearing a freaking Tractor Supply hat, but that's only because I was tired of wearing my Bass Pro hat. But anyway, yeah, you're going to like wearing this because it looks like a piece of jewelry. It has a style to it that is just undeniably sharp. And it just looks really, really good. Has a very strong magnet on the back. And I will say right now, because I'm quite going to be jumping around a little bit, design wise, the only thing I'm not liking about this is the fact that in order to connect this to your body with a magnet, you have to connect it to the magnetic clip, right? So it clips to the clip instead of like the Lark, which actually connects directly with the magnet to the back of the microphone. I would much rather have had a setup like that because it lets it mount flush. When you mount it this way, with this magnet to the back of the clip, it tends to like stick out a little bit and it just looks odd to me. And it kind of like it kind of like flips forward because there's that little bit of space between there and it shakes around. So I'd much rather have had them design a microphone that the magnet clipped to the back of the transmitter and give you the clip as a magnetic option like the Lark M2. So Lark M2 gets that for style, the fact that the magnet connects directly to the microphone. But DJI gets the actual overall design points. So I'm not going to do all the little checks and everything for a lot more editing problems. But yeah, that's what I like about the DJI mic over the Lark mic. But the Lark, let me just do it one more time. Lark mic gets the magnet. DJI gets the design. Nothing wrong with this design. Very basic. Came with some stickers. Makes it look customizable. But, DJI gets it. When it comes to the transmitter, again, DJI gets it. This transmitter has multiple functions, which if you were like me using multiple cameras, like for instance, you'll see a little bit later in this video, I'll be talking about connecting this to my Insta360 X3. Yeah, this does it for me because I can hook it to my camera, like a DSLR style camera. I can hook it to my my X3 via the direct connect wire, or even I don't have to use this and I can use the Bluetooth. But this little small transmitter is pretty impressive. Again, style and design, looks clean. I love the details on it. This little knurled wheel, which has this very tactile click to it. Very tactile click. It's almost like a fidget, a fidget device. Power button on the side, power button on the side. It charges in the case. It is usable via USB-C using a slide-in little attachment here, which kind of just slides in and clips in. If you are familiar with the original DJI mics, you know how that works. And it has a charging port here. If you did not decide to go with the full kit and just decided to go with the single kit with the receiver, there was a little charging base that probably this all connects to either via the charging base or a USB-C charging cable. So very nice. When it's all in the box, it is very impressive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that down real quick just to give you, if you haven't seen my short, just to give you a quick, maybe I'll use a thumbnail, quick little look at how that looks in the box. And again, all packaged in a very impressive lockable, closable case that, just feels like it's got a decent battery, and everything about this feels solid and high quality. This little dongle right here goes into that little insert right there. which makes it very portable and everything that you get goes right in the box. Unlike the Fimi X5s, where there's no accessory bay or anything for all little dongles that you have to carry. So for the Fimi X5s, again, you get what you kind of maybe get what you paid for. Maybe that might account for it. I have to just kind of like tuck this USB-C plug behind everything and I close it. Whereas this, for some reason, everything's together. Case size, about the same. So there was, not a real big reason why Full Aim, while Full Aim couldn't have done the same thing. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, impressive case. You've seen what's in the box. I did an unboxing on the short. If you care about it, go look at it. Let's plug this in and play with it a little bit and then walk through the individual features. And I'll give you some touch points between all the different microphones. All right, so let's get that switched over. Here we go. Okay, and we're back, and we are now using the DJI microphone. Again, it is magnetically clipped to my shirt, and as I kind of talked about, see how that kind of like sits away and kind of like flips down and flops down? Don't like it, but it works. Super strong magnet. It probably would even magnetically clip to my hat here, because I usually wear my microphone kind of either clipped or magnetically attached to the hat, but it works. So with that said, sound quality coming from this right now in the basement, you might be able to even hear my aquarium gurgling in the back there every now and then, because I'm sitting right next to the HVAC unit. You might hear the HVAC unit kick in. So right now this is noise cancellation off, and it is using the standard noise cancellation. I'll get to that in a minute. How's it sound? You hear the sound quality. I don't have any clipping or any of the other features turned on, but we'll see, because I don't remember what I have actually turned on in the application. So this is the sound quality, noise cancellation off. Quick press of the power button here on the side, and you'll get an amber light on the side, which indicates that noise cancellation is now turned on. And what that means is you should not hear my aquarium gurgle as much, and maybe you might not hear the HVAC unit kicks on. I'm going to try to get this done before it does, and it might give me a little less sound quality, a little deeper sound quality, but all in all, cleaner sound quality from all of the ambient noise that is happening in the background. All right, cool. All right, so now let's break this down. DJI microphones. Let's go through them one by one, actually. Let's do it again. Private microphones. Private mini microphones, 25 bucks, Amazon. Link will be in the description below. Here we go. What is it? Lark M2s, the originator, the game changers. The Lark M2s, USB-C, about 100, 120, maybe 110 bucks, depending on which set you get. Link in the description below. If you're looking for a comparison microphone for the original DJI mics, this is the Full Aim X5s, probably about 100 bucks. And this is a rebranded microphone set, so you might be able to find them for Full Aim, or I like a company called Neewer. They are actually selling these for about 100 bucks. You can get them on Amazon. Link in the description below. I'll find it for you if it's still listed. And then you have the DJI mics, which come in at about $169 MAP. There's probably no price change unless you get a discount code or something like that. And the question is whether or not these microphones are worth the $169. So let's break it down. What do you get? $25, you don't get an app. So maybe you don't need an app. I never needed an app. I didn't even care for an app. I just plug them in and they work. 25 bucks. There you go. Don't need an app, but you want onboard recording. Maybe you just want to do some type of recording where you don't have your camera involved. 120 bucks, no app. Decent price, decent microphones all in all. I like it. Then you have about the same, 125 bucks for the Lark M2s, but you actually get an app. And the app allows you to do some changes or functionality changes in the actual microphones. And it also allows you to do firmware updates. And then 169 DJI microphones. You get an app with a lot of impressive features. It connects to that DJI ecosystem. So if you have all the DJI cameras and all the DJI, like the little gimbal thing or whatever that thing is called, the DJI Go, I don't know what it is. It's like a gimbal camera thing. It's been so long since I've been into DJI stuff. If you have any of the DJI action cameras, this will connect directly to that via Bluetooth. Definitely right there. If you have the DJI ecosystem, this is probably the microphone you want to go with. So as you've seen in my unboxing, if you haven't seen my unboxing, you're going to get a little impressive case like this. Lark M2s come in a case, not as impressive. I love the way DJI brand stuff, on there. Everything's really nice. This bag looks like you would pay for like at least 20 bucks for it alone just to carry your microphones in. Inside, you're going to get the basic accessories. You're going to get a set of wind muffs. You're going to get a USB-C charging cable or connection cable, and you're also going to get a camera connection cable. The thing that these did not come with, which I was actually surprised, was a lanyard or a necklace. Most of these mini mics, like this and the Godox mics have a neck lanyard. I think the Insta360 Go camera has a neck lanyard you wear it on, but not that I've ever used it, but it didn't come with it. So DJI maybe thought that you didn't need it. They didn't include it. Don't care, kept the price down on $169, but you get the basics and you get this nice little impressive case with some pockets in there to kind of hold your stuff. What I like about this is, even though I don't need two sets of microphones, I could probably, actually not even probably, I can carry the Larks and the DJI set in this case without all the accessories holding up the bottom and carry that around as my travel case. So again, impressed by the way DJI packaged this thing. They're always good at that. They're always good at kind of giving you that appeal, that visual appeal. So yeah, right off the bat, you're going to be drawn to this. And because it's logo branded, everybody loves to wear a logo. People are going to go for the more expensive microphone. And right now, I can't see a reason why you wouldn't want to. And this is actually odd for me because I didn't think that I would want to keep these, but these are definitely going to stay with me. So let's talk about the apps. When you get into the Lark M2s, there is an app. So let's just take a quick look at what the app has to offer. Right off the bat, yeah, you pay a little bit less for the Lark M2s. The app is a little less functionality, but it has enough, even if you choose to use it, because I've never really even used the app. I just kind of like plug in the mics and I go. But the DJI, of course, being tied into the DJI ecosystem, they want to give you a little bit more functionality. They're catering this to the professional or the consumer-based user who's going to want to be a Scorsese or a Ron Howard and create those most amazing YouTube reels or shorts. So I like it so far. I'm not complaining about it. It's like buying a GoPro, right? When you go in the GoPro app, you have all those features like GoPro Color and GoPro this and GoPro that. I never touch them, but it's nice to have it if I ever wanted to, right? So again, points to DJI for putting together a great package with a lot of functionality, certainly in my eye, that a lot of people are going to be drawn to for a very competitive price. Someone, which I will put their name somewhere in here, said, hey, with all the different options out there, why would you go for the more expensive microphone set? And that's why, because they're offering a lot for that $169. So features wise, because this is where it kind of broke down, where I broke this down, I was like, why would I want to keep these? Features wise, for me, this is just for me, I find that the DJI microphones offer me a combination of both my full aim X5s, which I have been using these on the range because because this doesn't have a camera-based connection to it. So I've been using this on the range because I can connect this directly to my Insta360 X3. And then when I'm on the road or I'm doing something like a travel video, I've been using this because I don't want to bring this full kit with me here. And it gives me a combination of both. So now you have, with the exception of onboard recording, you have the ability to do things like safety track, and you have the ability to connect it to all different devices like my phone, my camera, my Insta360 Go. I also have the ability to do a lot of adjusting of the volume and the controls via the receiver. So a lot of functionality that I'm getting from both of these in one specific device. The one thing that I am actually kind of interested in, because right now it is on the fences, maybe, so early in the stages of being released, I found that there is some connection via Bluetooth issues for the X3 that I'm not sure if they're going to be fixed in a firmware update. And the reason, I'll let you hear it in a second, but what I'm getting is that the connection is a little bit choppy when I connect via Bluetooth directly to the Insta360 X3. I thought that would be pretty cool for some of you guys who have Insta360 cameras instead of DJI cameras, that you could connect this, if it works just like the X3, via Bluetooth directly to your Insta360 cameras. But because of that choppiness, it's on the fence right now. But with that being said, let's just take a quick listen to the different sound quality from, like, the sound quality coming from the Insta360 directly from the internal microphones to using the direct connection dongle that you get for an Insta360 and the Bluetooth connection. Let's just hear how that sounds. So just for reference purposes, this is the sound quality coming from the internal microphones on the Insta360 X3 if you plan on using the DJI mics with the Insta360. About to go through what it sounds like with the different connections. So right now, internal microphones, what I'm going to do next is go to the actual connection using the Insta360 direct connect dongle, and then finally we'll do the test with the Bluetooth connection directly to the Insta360. So let's get that started and get this over with because it's cold and we'll get back in the house. All right, I just realized the video is absolutely crap. Not a lot of light out here today, but anyway, this is the sound quality using the DJI microphone connected directly to the camera using the Insta360 Direct Connect dongle. Right now it is set at 0 gain, and one of the cool things about the DJI microphone is that you can control the volume from the receiver, not having to use the app. So what I want to do is I want to just play around with that just a little bit, just so you can see the difference in sound quality at different gains. So at 0 gain, this is what you get. It looks like I'm clipping on the camera right now. I can see it going completely into the red. We're going to go to a -6 gain. So this is a -6 gain, and it is not actually clipping anymore. It's on the high end, but not actually going into the red. And we're going to go to a -12 gain. So sound quality at -12 gain again lowers the sound quality. I mean, lowers the volume just a little bit of the pickup of the microphones. It's a little bit breezy out right now, so I'm not sure if you can hear that wind kind of blowing across the microphones. I do not have the wind muff on. And just to give you some idea of what that might sound like if we go the opposite direction, this is a +6 gain on the microphone, so probably a little bit louder for you to hear, probably a little bit more going on in the background. And last one, this is a +12 gain, so how's it sound? A little bit louder, maybe picking up a little bit more because the microphones have gotten a little bit more sensitive. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to directly connecting to the Insta360 X3 using the Bluetooth connection, and we'll see how that sounds. All right, connection to the microphone was relatively easy and quick. Didn't take a long time for it to find the microphone or to connect to it. So right now, let me just get it clipped up to the same spot I would normally wear it, so you can get an idea of how that sounds. Okay. One thing that I think that I cannot do is I cannot control the noise reduction or noise cancellation feature with the mic connected directly via Bluetooth. When I click the button, nothing happens, no color, no change, nothing like that. But this is the direct connection via Bluetooth. How's the sound quality? Never really experimented with connecting directly to the Insta360 using a Bluetooth connection. In general, I'm probably going to get a little less quality sound because I'm using a Bluetooth, and that all depends on transmission signal, which I'm probably going to do a range test after this to see if the DJI microphones hold up to the test of being able to travel or to be able to transmit at the range that they say that it can transmit to. I have found with other microphone sets, they will pretty much give you some random distance that it says that it can work within. Excuse me. And depending on whether I'm doing this or whether I'm facing this way, that range goes from here to here. So we're going to try this with DJI because with the higher quality microphones, I would expect that this will give you better connection via Bluetooth and hopefully a decent amount of sound coming from the connection, even though it's not a direct wire connection. So let's check it out and see how that sounds. So I did a distance test with the DJI microphones, and I am so impressed on the results that I don't want to blow it right now. I just want to play the video for you. You're going to be impressed by this because, again, I've had some issues with the distance of range that other microphones claim to get. Let's just watch the video before I kind of ruin it for you. One of the things that I rarely do in my microphone reviews is a distance test, because the reality is that I am never really that far from my tripod, probably within arm's length of my tripod. But this is a high-end microphone, and they make some claims that I have to validate if I'm going to kind of justify paying the additional cost. Now, I've done a few microphone reviews, and I've actually in the real world experienced some transmission issues with those microphones. Like for instance, the Full Aim X5s, if I am facing away from the camera, transmission is horrible, but as long as I'm facing the camera, I get a pretty decent range on it. When I say pretty decent, I mean maybe like from here to the end of the driveway is probably the max that I've gone. I've used it at the range, and if you've seen some of my range videos while I'm running drills, I realized that when I got to the farther end of the drill, the sound started to chop up on me a little bit. Now, we're going to test this. I'm not going to go with DJI claims that you are able to get approximately 400 meters in what they would probably have used as a controlled environment, an environment without any interference and any obstruction. We are in my neighborhood, which is probably going to have some cell phone interference, some Wi-Fi interference. Right now I'm connected via, transmission, Bluetooth, whatever the connection is from this to the receiver. And I'm not going to walk 400 meters. I'm going to probably take a little bit of walk down the block here, and I'm going to get maybe halfway across the street, maybe halfway down that block, and turn around and say, hey, can you hear me? I'm going to walk a little bit further and turn around and say, hey, can you hear me? And see whether or not I can get good distance at a good transmission at a distance that I would never normally walk away from my camera. So let's get that started and see how it turns out. Just as a reference base, I'm kind of walking away, so I don't know what the transmission is, but what can you expect from this little microphone, probably little antennas in it, probably about 50 yards from the house right now. All right, so I'm a decent distance away from the house right now, probably 50 to 100, maybe even 100 yards to be honest with you. And I'm facing the camera, so this is maybe working, maybe not. I'm gonna walk a little bit further, see if it's working. Test, test, test. Anything? Don't know. All right. Let's go. All right. All right, so I'm about a block away from the camera right now, facing direct line of sight towards the camera. I don't know if you can hear me. Test, test, test. Can you hear me? Sound good? Tell me you're not impressed about that. I mean, these are not small blocks. These are decent sized blocks. I was more than 100 yards away. Had to be more than 100 yards away. And I was impressed to find out that I had the clearest connection with my back turned to the camera inside my garage, like a block and a half away. It was connected the whole time. I might have cut this a little bit. I'm not sure because I will edit this, but it was connected from the point that I left my garage and walked clear a block away. I could have walked probably another half a block or more before I even got connection issues because I never even heard a glitch or jump in the sound from this little tiny microphone with this little tiny antenna in it. DJI has impressed me so much that I don't know, man. I might just be another DJI fanboy. Right, I'm out of the drone business been out of drone business for a while, but DJI has really got me with this microphone set. So when it comes to the cost, I know a lot of people are like, hey, is it worth the additional cost? Hell yes, it's worth the additional cost because you're getting this high premium microphone set that is mini now. You're getting the beauty of the cases and on all of the aesthetics and all of the engineering put together to make this thing look like a freaking Ferrari. This is the girl that you married, and this is the girl that you wanted to marry. This is night and day difference when it comes to, cost. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting what you paid for when you buy the DJI microphones, right? You get everything that you need for camera connection, for your Bluetooth connection, for your Insta360s. You get all the functionality, all the ability to make changes to the sound quality that you need, and it all comes in a little package for about $169. So if this video ain't enough, which is probably like 22 minutes long, enough to prove to you or to convince you to go buy a DJI microphone set, I've been doing reviews for product for quite a while, and I've always done honest reviews and said, hey, I paid for it on my own dime, so you don't have to waste your time. If you're interested in a new microphone set, the DJI Mic Minis might be the way you want to go. Gotta say it. And that is standing on business on every microphone set I've ever reviewed. I got a closet full of microphones that I've reviewed from $20 up to, maybe $169. I don't know. I think they made it maybe the most expensive I bought, but I'm going to tell you right now that the DJI Microphone Minis are going to stay. They're a keeper.